Okay, so today we are working with our new lesson of the routing, which is EIGRP. Okay, Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol, and
Okay.
like why it is enhanced. Let me tell you. Before EIGRP, when like when the protocol came, so first they have implemented a static routing, then they implemented default, then they implemented dynamic routing. So inside dynamic routing, the first was distance vector routing protocol. So inside distance vector routing protocol, there was a RIP routing protocol and IGRP. Okay, so
Yes.
IGRP was also working little bit better than RIP, but it was also worst, you can say, routing protocol, distance vector routing protocol. Okay, so Cisco has enhanced that IGRP routing protocol into EIGRP and made some changes. Okay, so nowadays, like initially it was Cisco proprietary protocol, but now Cisco has announced it as a open standards, means you will find or you can implement the EIGRP routing protocol into other vendors routers.
That,
Yes, but the problem, what is the problem? Problem is Cisco has implemented the EIGRP routing protocol as per Cisco devices. Okay, so all the features what you
yes.
can get and all the commands what you can get in EIGRP with Cisco routers, you cannot get those things with other routers. That's why most of the
Okay.
companies routers are not using EIGRP, means they are not using EIGRP in their framework. You will, okay, so they are saying no, RIP and OSPF is okay for
They
me.
use OSPFs, right?
Yeah, RIP, static, default OSPF, and those BGP and those ISIS. Now, it is a hybrid routing protocol. A hybrid means it is the combination of distance vector plus link state combination. It works like a hop
Okay.
process also, and it works on the link basis also. Now here is means it is also known as advanced distance vector routing protocol. I told you that initially it was in like IGRP. So those protocols, when we were talking about routing protocols, so all the protocols are divided into two group. One is interior gateway routing protocol and interior gateway routing protocol and
See.
interior gateway protocol, not routing protocol. Okay, interior gateway protocol IGP and EGP.
Okay.
Okay, exterior. So interior and
Okay.
exterior means the
AGP.
protocol which works under same autonomous system number, that is IGP, and the protocol which works in a different autonomous system numbers,
Yes.
that is known as EGP, which is known as BGP nowadays.
AGP.
Yes. So EIGRP use diffusing update algorithm to determine the best path among all feasible paths. We will see this one, what is feasible path. So here what you have to understand, that
Okay.
EIGRP use some kind of algorithm to find best path to reach to a specific destination in a loop free routing environment. So whatever process is running, like how EIGRP is working, process, all things are in diffusing update algorithm. So every routing
Um,
protocol works with its algorithm. Okay, so EIGRP
okay.
traffic is sent on two mode. One is unicast and second one is multicast. So if it is sending in multicast, so
Yes.
EIGRP routing protocol has its own multicast address, which is 2240010. And when it is sending to unicast, so it will send to the neighbor, like any neighbor, like if my neighbor is 12.1.1.2, so it will be sending to that specific IP address. So EIGRP traffic will be sent as a
Okay.
unicast or multicast, but no broadcasting. Okay, but you will say that okay, when it will send
Okay.
unicast, when it will send multicast, so it will depend on the packet type. And when we will understand the packet type, at that time you will understand when EIGRP will use unicast process and when EIGRP will use multicast process. Now
Okay.
EIGRP use one transport protocol, TCP protocol, which is known as RTP, reliable transport protocol, for guaranteed delivery of the data from source to destination. Now,
That's okay.
EIGRP use IP protocol port number 88. So why we need to know this one? Because when we work on firewall and ASA, so when we are blocking some ports, normally when you will create some ACL, we write equal,
Okay.
equal to, equal, not equal. So if you will
Yes,
say that,
equal.
okay, if you will block from 1 to 100, okay, and maybe you are running some EIGRP process, right? So at that time, you will be blocking the
Yes.
EIGRP process also. So you must know that, okay, EIGRP port number is 88, and it is used for sending the
Okay.
updates to its neighbor. EIGRP routers do not send periodic full routing table update as like RIP do. Okay, EIGRP send first time full update, but after that, whenever any changes occur,
Specific.
okay, at that time it only send the changes only,
Okay.
not full. So it is better than as compared to
Yes.
RIP.
Okay.
EIGRP is a classless protocol and also support VLSM and summarization. You will see VLSM and summarization. Okay, VLSM means what? It's a
Okay.
subnetting. Summarization means you will see
Yes.
summarization practical. Okay, we'll see manual summarization.
Okay.
But what is summarization? Summarization means if I'm using some kind of network address like this kind of thing. Maybe I'm using one address 190.10.10.10.0. Okay, see here I'm using /24.
Okay.
Okay, with this router I'm using /24. But when this router is advertising this in network information to the neighbor, right? So it will advertise like this 10.10.10.0, no subnet mask, right? When it is talking about
Okay. Yes.
summarization and auto summarization, right? Okay, so if by default in the Cisco
Yes.
routers in EIGRP, summarizations is enabled. Okay, that's why we write no auto
Uh,
summary, means do not
no
summarize.
auto. This is
Yes,
the reason why.
yes. So
No auto. Yes.
yes, so what will happen here? So when this router will try to communicate to this router, so it will send the information like this 0000 1000 something like that. Okay, and but no subnet mask. So when this router 2 will
Okay.
receive the information, and it will say that, okay, you are sending me one network but there is no subnet mask. Okay, means let me put default /8 with this. So when it will put default /8, right? So the
Yes.
final your network is like this 10.0.00 like this.
That's it.
Yes, so automatically your router 2 will summarize those information. Why? Because you are not sending the subnet with that. So in summarization, it will
The
normally,
summary.
yes, it will summarize those information what is router 2 is receiving. Okay, let me write here router 1 and now here router 2. Okay,
Because
like
for
this.
him it's class A.
Yes. Okay. So by default, you can say that. It supports classless protocol. Classless means subnetting. Okay, normal IP, subnetted IPs, VLSM, variable length subnet mask, and summarization also. EIG EIGRP apply
Yes.
one administrative distance number. Okay, there is one administrative distance number like 90 for internal routes and 170 for external routes. Like,
Okay.
yeah, if I am using EIGRP 10
Yes.
and you are using EIGRP 10, so the administrative value between us in our routing table will be 90, means whatever network I
It's
am receiving
90.
from R2. Okay, so at that time, and the autonomous system number
Yes.
is same, so at that time the administrative value will be 90. But if I am using EIGRP 10 and you are using EIGRP 20 and I am getting update from you, okay, so at that time I will receive 170, means I am getting routes
Okay.
from outside the local autonomous system means different autonomous system.
External.
Externally, yes. So this is
Yes.
known as internal EIGRP AD and this is known as external EIGRP AD. Now EIGRP use some kind of metric calculation process to find a best path. So EIGRP use bandwidth and delay of the line by default to calculate a distance
Yes.
metric. Now EIGRP has a maximum hop count of 255,
Yes.
okay, and default is 100, but you can increase up to
Two.
255. Means this process is will be working as a distance vector, okay, and this process is working as a link state. That's why it called as a hybrid routing protocol. Okay, so
Yes.
EIGRP is using both
Yes.
algorithms. Now EIGRP
Yes.
supports equal and unequal load balancing. This we will see as a practical. Okay. Like EIGRP build neighbor relationship with same autonomous system domain, right? Means if you belong to 10 and I belong to 10, so we will be neighbor by default. We don't need to run any kind of extra process. So if we belong to a different autonomous system number, so at that time we have to run some kind of redistribution, right? It also supports three
Yes.
other parameters to calculate its metric like reliability, load and MTU. Means total EIGRP use 5 type of
Lord.
metric calculation. Okay, bandwidth, load, delay, reliability, MTU. But these three, reliability, load and MTU, are not in use. They use only bandwidth and delay. Okay,
Bandwidth in
yes,
delay.
yeah. By default, auto summary is enabled. Okay, remember I told you that auto summary is enabled. Okay, so by default auto summary is enabled.
Yes.
Okay, and if we are using the iOS version 15.0 or above, so it will be disabled automatically.
Can
Okay, so we were at this point that when EIGRP talk about metric calculation, so EIGRP use 5 type of components. Okay, type of metric components.
okay. Bandwidth.
Okay, yeah, it's used for best path calculation. Okay, so those 5 components are K1, K2, K3, K4, K5. Okay, and 1 means it is on bit. This is bit. Okay, 1 means on and 0 means
Yes. Okay.
off. So if it is 1 here and 1 here means normally
Off.
bandwidth, yes, bandwidth and delay is used for metric calculation by default, and load K2, K4, K5s are not in use. And why they are not in use, we will see that one. Okay,
Okay.
now K value is K1, K2, K3, K4,
Okay.
K5. K1 is known as bandwidth, K2 is known as load,
Bandwidth.
K3 is known as delay, K4 is known as reliability, and K5 is known as MTU. Sometime if you say that I cannot remember what is the meaning of K1, what is, okay. So normally even me also I use some kind of shortcut BLDRM. Okay, BLDRM means bandwidth, load,
Okay.
delay, reliability.
BLDRM.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
so here it is asking which K1 will be used. Okay, which K2 will be used, which K3 will be used. So we will come to know all this. Okay, one on means it is used, no use, use, no use, no use. Okay, you can see here I have already written. There are other parameters also to
Okay.
calculate metric, reliability, load, and MTU, but it is not in use. By default, they use bandwidth and delay. Okay, default. Okay. Now the real,
Okay.
if you'll talk about the actual EIGRP metric calculation formula, okay, how they calculate the best path if they have multiple path. See, best path, when you calculate
Okay.
best path, when you have multiple path, right?
Okay.
No, are you understanding? Maybe if I want to go somewhere, right, and I have multiple path, then I should calculate best path. But if I have single path, then what I will do?
Yes.
Yes. But even
Nothing.
yeah,
You have
even
just to go.
yes, even if you have a single path also, so in that also EIGRP calculate metric, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So now you can see here
Yeah.
the default formula for
To
calculation
see how
metric
far.
is, yeah, this one, regarding when it is using all this one bandwidth, okay, delay, load, reliability, MTU, when it is using everything, okay. But you know that l- yeah, load, reliability, MTU are not in use. So if you will check the real formula after output, it is like this: 10 to the power 7 divided by minimum bandwidth, the least bandwidth, plus
Okay.
cumulative delay, yet to, or you can say that, yeah, total delay of the link multiply by 256. So you
Divided.
will get the metric here.
Yeah.
Okay. And you remember that this is the chart.
Okay.
I will update this one. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, that when we talk about EIGRP calculation or EIGRP metric calculation, so it calculates on the behalf of link. So link is what? This is serial is a link, Ethernet is a link, fast Ethernet is a link, right? Okay, so
Yes.
it use only bandwidth and delay. So yes, we have bandwidth and delay. So what is the bandwidth of serial? It is 1544 in kbps. Delay is 20,000. Ethernet kbps bandwidth is 10,000. It is in kbps. Ethernet is what? 10 mbps. So 10 mbps in kbps it is 10,000, right? And 100 mbps in kbps is 100,000 kbps. So we will see these one, all things. Okay. Sometime in interview they ask, okay, what is the bandwidth,
Yes.
default bandwidth on serial? So it is 1.44 MB, and in kbps it is 1.44 kbps. Okay. Now EIGRP K values. So EIGRP K values is divided into two sections. One is fixed EIGRP K value, and second one is variable EIGRP K value. So whenever Cisco is saying that, or Cisco recommend this one, that whenever something is variable, please do not use it. Okay, please use the fixed value, so your routing table will be constant. Okay, and your communication will be smooth. If something will be variable, every time it will change, so your routing
Yes.
table will be changing every time. It will
It
not
will
be
change.
constant.
Yes.
Yes. So normally K1 and K3 is always fixed, means your bandwidth is always fixed. Okay. Okay, and your delay is always fixed on the interface. Okay, but K2, K4, K5 is not fixed, it is variable. Now see how it is variable. Now when we are talking about load, okay, load means if something is coming on my router. Let me come here. Do we have any
Okay.
router? Yes. Something, I maybe I have one router here. Okay, or okay, if some data is coming on this, or maybe it is traveling from this one. Okay, so load depends on the link. Maybe link is a single link, right? But on that single link multiple processes are running there, right? Are you
Yes.
understanding? Some maybe EIGRP process is running, maybe RIP process is running, maybe DSCP process is running, EIGRP process is running, DNS is running, right? So multiple processes are running on that, right? And it is all those information is running on the single link. Okay, so
Okay.
router is doing some kind of calculation with the process, and router is using its CPU. Okay, so CPU utilization is there. Okay, so CPU load will increase
Yes.
depending on the process. So sometime if data is heavy, so the load will be heavy. Okay, so now see, when the load will be heavy, if I'm using this all things now. Okay, K2 is load or what? Yes, BLS. K2 is load, maybe if I'm using these three. Okay, so this two is very fixed, and this one is variable. So if K2 sometime I'm getting something from R, like here, maybe your network is like this is your router. Here is one router, here is one router. You are connected like this.
Okay.
So from this side, sometime if the load is low, okay, so your routing table will say that okay, all the traffic should go via this one, right? But if sometime if load is high and this side
Yes.
load is low, you can say, so you will say that okay, this time okay, go from this side, because this, so every time whenever you are changing this preferred gateway or some kind of best path, so according to that you are changing your routing table as well, right? Okay, that's why they do not use these kinds of
Yes.
variable components, because they are not fixed. Even if you are talking about reliability, okay, sometime maybe suppose, even we are talking on internet, right? So sometime you will see that some voice is cracking, right? Or maybe you will receive something after some time.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so when you are receiving something after some time, in that is delay.
Yes. Like what's happening right now?
Yes. Okay. And when we are talking about reliability, right? Reliability means if I'm telling you something,
Yes.
I'm telling you 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, but you are only receiving 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so you are sometime you are dropping some packets, so those things comes under reliability, means you are not receiving accurate data. Even those things, when you will listen, when you will check something, SLA, service level agreement, so they say
Okay.
99.95, 99.9, but they will not say 100. Even ISP will not say this, that okay, I will give you 100% connection up. Okay, so that's why
Okay.
it is not very means it's not fixed. That's why Cisco do not recommend it.
Okay.
But if you want, you can use it, but you make sure that you're using a small networks like that. Okay, otherwise if you're using large network, then at that time you will have problems in your network.
Okay.
Okay, so here we have some example, like if I'm talking about okay, how the EIGRP metric calculation will work. Okay, so we have to use two components, bandwidth and delay. Okay, so according to this chart we are using here, this is our network. R1 is connected with R2, R2 is connected with R3, R3 is connected with one switch, and here switch has one network. So this network should come here, right? It will come in the routing table of R1. Okay, so when it will come in the routing table of R1, okay, so it is crossing multiple links, like it is crossing multiple routers. So it is calculating that okay, from here to here what is the distance, so that distance is known as metric. Okay, so how they are calculating the distance? Okay, so here maybe you are using R1 to R2, you are using Ethernet connection, R2 to R3 you are using fast Ethernet connection, and R3 to switch you are using fast Ethernet connection, right? So on this link you have two things, one is bandwidth
Okay.
and second one is delay, right?
Okay.
So we have to use bandwidth and delay. Okay, so what is the bandwidth of
Okay.
Ethernet? So if you come here, check the chart. Okay, the bandwidth of the Ethernet is 10,000 and the delay of the Ethernet is 10,000.
10,000.
Yes. So I have written here 10,000 bandwidth and 10,000 delay.
Yes.
Here also 10,000 bandwidth, 10,000 delay. Now, okay, let's come to know about fast Ethernet. Okay, so fast Ethernet uh, bandwidth is 100 Mbps, right? Okay, are you understanding?
100,000.
Yes, 100 Mbps, and delay is
Yes. Yes.
1,000.
It's 1,000.
Yes. Now, so here from R1 to R3, okay, till here this network, which one is the which interface is using least bandwidth, means the low bandwidth, Ethernet or fast Ethernet? Ethernet is using low bandwidth or fast?
Fast.
No, low bandwidth. Fast is 100 Mbps, Ethernet is 10 Mbps. So Ethernet is low bandwidth, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's why they are using least
Yes,
bandwidth,
yes.
least 10,000, 10
Okay,
Mbps.
okay.
Yes, and you cannot use all links. Okay, maybe here you are using 10 Mbps. This is Ethernet, and here you are using fast Ethernet, right? So you have to say that okay, which one is the lowest
Okay.
bandwidth? So you will say okay, Ethernet has the lowest bandwidth. So what is the bandwidth of Ethernet? 10,000. Okay, let me put 10,000 here. Okay,
Okay.
so 10 to the power 7. You have to write here 10 to the power 7. Now plus cumulative delay means all delay. Delay is what? What is the Ethernet delay? 10,000. Okay. What is the fast Ethernet delay? 1,000. What
10,000.
is the fast Ethernet delay? 1,000. Now,
1,000.
yes. Now understand one thing. Every link will have 2 points. See, this switch is sending this network to this interface, right? Okay. So this
Okay.
interface is a receiver or sender. This network is
For the switch is a center.
no, no, it's coming from this network.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this network. So this network is coming here. So this
Uh,
port is receiver, right?
yes.
Okay. So receiving delay will be
Yes.
used. Okay. Now this router is sending.
Okay.
Okay. So here also you have delay and bandwidth,
Okay.
and here also you have delay and bandwidth, right?
Yes.
Yes. So now
Yes.
yes. So this sender will not be used when this will receive. So it will say okay, delay is 1,000. So it will say 1000 plus 1000 is 2000. Again sender, and here is receiver. So 10,000. So 12,000. Okay. We have the practical of this, but this is just a theory to understand. Okay. So here is 12,000 total delay.
Okay.
Okay. Divided by 10. So if you divide by 10, right. So 1200 plus 10 to the power 7. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is down here. Okay. So if you will say 10 to the power 7, so what will be the remaining one? Okay, we'll see in the practical session, and then multiply by 256. Okay, so maybe for example it will come as a metric 100, for example 100. So it will write in its routing table that okay, I received one network.
Okay.
Okay, and the administrative distance is 90, means I am receiving this 192.168.10.0 network from same EIGRP neighbor. Okay, from same EIGRP autonomous system neighbor. The metric is 100, and I am receiving this network from my neighbor.
Okay.
Okay, R2. Like this it will be in the routing table. Okay,
Okay.
now I remember I told you that Cisco recommends to use default EIGRP metric components which are fixed. Why not to use EIGRP variable matrix? Now I told you,
Yes.
see, this is a router 1, this is router 2, this is router 3. Okay, maybe I'm receiving, when you are connected to internet, right? So here also R2 is sending same network to you. Here also R3 is also sending you same network to you, right? Okay. And now you are using K1, K2, K3,
Yes.
means you are using bandwidth, delay, and load. Okay, so K1 and K3 is fixed, but load is not fixed, remember.
And
So sometime you
load
yeah,
and delay.
yes, bandwidth, load, and delay. So by default
Okay.
bandwidth and delay is used, but I use manually load also.
Okay.
So see what is the problem. Sometime load is very low, right? So
Okay.
low will win. So you will say that okay, R1 to R2
Yes.
is the best path. You will write like this. Okay, sometime you will say uh,
Okay.
maybe this is best, sometime you will say this is best. Okay, sometime you will say no, 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 this one is best. Here is 500, because see, sometime you can get higher load, right? Okay, so when the higher load is there, so you will prefer this upper route because of slower load, lower load. Okay, and if sometime here the load is high, so you will say no, let's prefer this route. So the your routing table will be inconsistent, right? Means it not be stable. Sometime up, go down. Sometime path will be
Okay.
different. Now EIGRP use autonomous system number, that we know that okay, EIGRP use autonomous system number from 1 to 65,535. Okay, EIGRP will form neighbor relationship with adjacent router in the same autonomous system number. So if you want to be a neighbor in EIGRP process, your autonomous system number must be same. And an autonomous system is either a single network. Okay, autonomous system is either a single network or collection of networks. Okay, collection of network means, see, here I'm using maybe collection of network, here I'm using 192.168.10.20.30. So it may, your EIGRP is a collection of multiple networks in a single administrative domain. Okay, okay, now which basically mean that all routers sharing the same routing table information in the AS. Okay, means if you are working in a same autonomous system number, so of course I will share my routing table with you because my autonomous system number is also same. Okay, when your autonomous system number will be different, we won't be able to share it. So for that you need to run redistribution. Okay, so this we already know that there are two type of routing protocols used in our network. One is interior gateway routing protocol, interior gateway
Yes.
protocol, and EGP. So IGP is,
IGP.
yeah, RIP works in IGP, EIGRP works in, okay, OSPF works in IGP, BGP is a part of EGP protocol. So IGP routing protocols or IGP protocols are used to exchange routing information with those routers which are working in a same autonomous system.
The same autonomous
Yes.
system.
So EGP are used to communicate between AS. An example of EGP is a BGP, which is known as Border Gateway Routing Protocol. Initially, it was EGP, but now we are using is BGP. So EIGRP neighbor
Gateway
condition.
protocol.
Yes. So now we are talking about EIGRP neighbor condition. Neighbor condition is what,
Okay.
whenever you want to become a neighbor of any router, like you are A and someone is B, and you want to create neighborship. So what condition router A has to follow to become a neighbor of router B. So EIGRP router checks the following settings to determine if the router should be allowed to be a neighbor or not. First thing, the source IP address used by the neighbors. Okay, hello must be in the same subnet. So if I'm using subnet 10 or subnet 30, you also use subnet 30. So our subnet will be same, then we can communicate. Of course, the source IP address used by the neighbor, hello must be in the same subnet. Okay, this is also okay. It must use the same configured autonomous system number. So our autonomous system number must be same. You belong to 10, I belong to 10, so we can communicate it. Now it must pass the authentication process. If you have enabled EIGRP authentication, so it must pass. Otherwise, there will be no neighborship. Okay, the router's EIGRP key value must match. So if you are using
Okay.
K1 and K3, so that is default. But if you have changed something in the metric calculation, so you have to change here and here as well. So uh, that after that they will become a neighbor. Otherwise, no. Okay, and
Okay.
after neighborship, like once the neighborship is formed, okay, so EIGRP neighbor states like how neighbor is formed and what type of messages are exchanged between neighbors. So whenever you will come to R1 or R, this is the first router, and when you will even enable EIGRP, okay, so EIGRP will start the EIGRP process, and it will initiate the hello packet, and it will send like that, I am router A, do anyone is working in EIGRP and connected with this link. Okay, so if this
Okay.
message will be received by router B, it will say, yeah, hello, I am router B. Okay, I am also working on this link. Okay, so when this hello packet will
Okay.
be exchanged between these neighbors, hello packet. Okay, so when the hello packet is exchanged, they will form a neighbor table. Okay, neighbor means I have some neighbor in EIGRP, only neighbor.
Okay.
Okay, once the neighbor table is formed, okay, now they will go for second process.
Okay.
Second process is update process. Okay, update process means maybe this router B will send update that here is my complete routing information. Okay, and then this router will also exchange that here is my complete routing information. So after receiving the routing update, router A will send
Okay.
him acknowledgement. After, yeah, if router A is sending, so router B will update him, sorry, send him acknowledgement. So if router A is sending update, router B will acknowledge him. But if router A is sending update, then router B will acknowledge. Okay, see here. Here update has been sent by a router B. Acknowledge has been sent by a router
Okay.
A. Okay, information update has been sent via router A. Update has acknowledge has been sent by a router B. So once these acknowledge and update is shared between neighbors, then the topology table will be formed. So first neighbor table, then second is topology table, and once the topology is exchanged, routing
Okay.
information is exchanged between neighbors, then the routing table will be formed. So EIGRP build three type of table:
Three type
neighbor,
of.
yeah, neighbor, topology, and routing.
Okay.
And same thing if you'll talk about in other process. See, first of all, router one will send a neighbor discovery hello. Okay, hello is what? To just to discover neighbor, because in first I will discover who is my neighbor. Right? See here they send hello packet, right? So once the hello is exchanged between neighbor, then they will form a neighbor table, right? So here,
Yes.
yeah, so here is saying that hello is a neighbor discovery packet. So whenever the neighbor packet is hello packet is exchanged between neighbors, then neighbor table is formed. So this hello packet is what? It's a multicast packet because I don't know my neighbor.
Multicast. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know my neighbor, right? So it is a
Yes.
multicast packet. So once the R2 has received this packet, okay, hello
Okay.
neighbor table is formed. Then again this, see now update is sent as a multicast or unicast.
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 Yes, so hello is always multicast, and
Multicast.
yes, but update
Update.
is unicast.
Unicast.
Yes, and acknowledgement is always unicast.
Unicast.
Okay, okay, so I told you here EIGRP built three separate tables. Okay, neighbor table, topology table, and routing table. So what is the use of
Okay.
neighbor table? Yes, so neighbor table is a list of all neighboring routers. Okay, neighbor must
All
belong to
neighbor.
the same autonomous system number, of course. If you are my neighbor, means our autonomous system is same. Topology tables. Here in the topology tables, you will have the list of all routes in your autonomous system number to reach your to the destination. All route means if you have two route, so all those routes will be there. It's not like if you want to go to from Douala to Yaoundé, so maybe you can have multiple path, right? So all those path will be in your topology table, but the best will be in the routing table. Okay,
Yes.
how to check? Will These are the commands. We'll see
Yes.
all these
Yes.
things one by one in the practical session. Now EIGRP topology table. Okay,
Okay.
so when the EIGRP topology table is formed, so there are some kind of elements or components, you can say. Okay, so all such routes are added to EIGRP routers topology table first. Okay, then it moved to the routing table as a best path. The route with the lowest metric to each network will become the
Okay.
feasible distance, and the feasible distance for each network will be installed into the topology table, and the best feasible will be moved to routing table. Okay, so we have to understand what
Okay.
is feasible distance or feasible path is the same thing. See here, what is feasible distance? Total cost from local router to destination is known as feasible distance or feasible path. Okay. Now, what is advertised distance? So whatever or reported distance. Okay, the distance, the destination distance shared by neighbor. Okay, that is known as reported distance. Suppose here, see, let me give you example.
Okay.
Suppose here, router A wants to reach router F. So router A can
Okay.
go via A, B, and F, right?
B, C, or
Yeah, A, B,
yes.
F, first path, right? Second path is A, C, F.
Yes.
Third path is A, D, E, F.
C, F,
So yeah, so here it is written now. You
D,
can see here the
E,
first
F.
path. Yeah, see the first path ABF, second path is ACF, and third path is ADEF, right? Okay. Now if I'm going
Yes.
from upside, from if I'm going from this way, okay, if I'm using this way, so what is the total metric?
Okay.
You can see here 1000 plus 1000. So
Yes.
total fee,
1,000,
yeah.
which is 2,000.
Yeah, so this total distance from source to destination is known as feasible
Feasible
distance. Yeah,
distance.
feasible distance. Very good. Now, but do router 1 is directly connected to destination? I'm saying do this router A
No.
is directly connected to destination. So I means router A is connected with router
No.
B. So router A know about this distance, right?
Yes.
Yes. But router,
Okay.
yeah, router A do not know about this distance, whether it is 1 kilometer or 1000 kilometer. So who is informing about this 1000 kilometer to router A? Router B is informing about this
B.
distance, right? So the distance which has been advertised
Yes.
or informed by your neighbor, that is known as advertised distance, and that is 1000, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
so from upper path is 1000, sorry, 2000, and from here the second path is what is the distance? 1500, 1500 is 3000,
The
right?
feasible distance is, yes, 3,000.
3000, so it is listed
Yes.
here 3000. Okay, and from this way
Is 7,000.
7000, it is listed here, right? Okay, now tell me, do
Yes.
router A is directly connected with router F? No.
No.
So router D is informing about 5000 kilometer, right? Or
The
5000
advertisement
meter, right?
distance.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is known as advertised distance. Okay. So now
Yes.
did you understood what is feasible? Feasible means all path towards destination. If I have one path, okay,
Yes.
one path, two path, three path. So three path means I have three feasible distance. Okay. Now, so when I have three
Yes.
feasible distance, of course I will have three advertised distance because I will have three neighbor.
Yes.
Yes. Now, but the best feasible distance, which is the best feasible distance? Yeah, tell me which.
ABF.
Yeah, ABF, this 2000, this one, right? This one.
Yes. 2000.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the best one. So this best will be kept in our routing table. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about successor and feasible successor. Did you understood this one? See, there are some components what we have to know. The component is what is feasible distance, what is advertised distance, or maybe someone can ask, okay, what is feasible path or
Yes.
reported distance? Is the same thing. Feasible distance and feasible
Yes.
path is same thing. Advertised distance and reported distance is the same thing.
Yes.
So here no question in that, right?
Okay.
Okay.
No, no question. It's
Okay.
okay.
So here EIGRP successor and feasible successor. So EIG are also pre-calculate
Okay.
the second best path. If
Okay.
yeah, if when it calculate the second path, okay, when it has multiple links, right? If you have a single link, there is no need of second path, right?
Okay.
But when you have multiple link, it
Yes.
calculates second path. Okay, but for calculating the second path, it runs some kind of feasibility condition. Okay, now,
Yes.
so successor means what? Successor means the best route to the destination. Okay, best
Oh,
route to
yes.
the destination.
Mm.
Okay,
Like
or you can say best
like a
feasible
road pot.
distance. Yeah, yes, yes. So best feasible distance is known as successor. Okay, now what is feasible successor? Second
Okay.
best route to the destination or second best FD is known as feasible successor. Now there's someone,
Okay.
then what is the condition?
Okay.
Condition is, see here, condition is important to know. Condition is, suppose you have two neighbor. So okay, this one is best, right? So this is known as successor, no problem, right?
Yes.
So this is your successor.
Successor.
Yes. Now you have two paths, one is this one and one is this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one will
Yes.
become feasible path? ACF or ADEF?
ACF.
ACF. But according to us, we can see it, right? Because our routers are in front of us. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yes. But how
Yes.
EIGRP
Yes.
routers are calculating and understanding it? See, what is the best successor?
Okay.
What is the metric of best successor? Is 2000, right? What is the best successor?
Yes. 2000.
2000. So condition is router A is saying that my friend, it is announcing, is saying that my friend, the best path to reach from source to destination is 2000. Okay.
Yes.
Now is saying that whoever wants to become my feasible successor, please, I will make only those links as a feasible successor whose reported distance will be lower than my feasible distance. Okay, so this C is also
Okay.
reporting, D is also reporting. So what is the reported distance of C?
Of C is 1005.
1005. This one, sorry, this one,
Yes.
1005, right? But what is the reported
Yes.
distance of D?
It's 5000.
5000. So what is saying? Who will win? because I need lower than 2000. Whose reported distance is lower
The
than?
1005.
Yes, so 1005 is lower than my. Okay, even always keep in mind, maybe
Okay.
in other labs, maybe your router C will advertise something like here is 3000, okay, and here is 5000. Okay, now router C
Okay.
is also advertising, router D is
Okay.
also advertising. So from here is 5k and from here is 3k. Okay, so who,
Yes.
but my condition is I will only make you feasible successor link when your reported distance will be lower than my FD, and my FD is 2000. So now tell me, in this
Yes.
condition, do router A will make any feasible successor link?
Yes, because there's no other solution.
No, 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 it will not.
Uh,
Yes, yes,
okay.
yes,
So
because
you have to be so the reported distance should be
yes.
lower
So
than
yeah, so
the
in this
feasible
condition,
distance.
what will happen? In this condition, what will happen? If this link will down, then router will recalculate and make this link as a best. Understood?
Okay.
Yes. If any router is not
Yes, I see.
supporting this feasibility condition, then router will not create any second path. But if this scenario or your
Okay.
lab or your network inside your company is providing the feasibility condition, then this router A will make feasible distance, this sorry, yeah, feasible distance I'm saying, feasible successor, and this is successor. So if this router will make provide the, what you can say, lowest distance as per my feasible distance, then I will be making this as a feasibly feasible path, you can say, or feasible successor path. Okay,
Okay.
now you can understand with some single example here, like here is router 1, router 2, router 3, 4 and 5, and here is one network. Now what is happening here,
Okay.
maybe router A wants to reach to this router 5 network, right? So it has how many path? One path, two
Okay.
path, three path, right?
Three.
Three path. Okay, so when it
Yes.
has three path, but before sending the data or before sending the packets, router calculate the best path in the routing table, right? So it will say
Yes.
that, okay, I have three path. Okay, so from this way, 10,000, 5,000, 15,000 and
Okay.
1,000, 16,000, right?
5,000.
So it will write here 16,000. From here is
Yes.
7,000, 1,000, 18,000, and here is 4,000, 7,000, and here is 1,000. So 22,000. So which one is the lowest one? The first one is the lowest. So that will be my successor. Okay. Now see, understand this feasibility condition.
Yes.
Condition is saying here, second path. How it will make second path? See,
Okay.
second path is saying that router 2 is the neighbor of router 1. So what is my
Yes.
total best feasible distance? Total is my 16,000, right? Okay, 16,000 is the best one, right? Here 10, 5, 1,
Yes.
right? That is the best one.
Yes.
Okay, now so this link is already, means this path is already is successor. Now talking about feasible successor. So see, router 3
Yes.
will say that, okay, please, if you
Yes.
want to go via me, to reach that network is 11,000, and R4 will say that, okay, if you want to reach to that network is 17,000.
Yes.
So 17,000 is the higher than,
18.
no, 17,000 is higher
Is
than
18?
my feasible my successor, right? So and
Yes.
this one is the
Then
lower, this one is
feasible
11,000. Yeah, so this one will
Successor
win.
is.
So this one will become my feasible successor, my second
Yes.
path. This one is first path. Okay. Okay. Now
Yeah.
let's talk about EIGRP packet types. So EIGRP has 5 type of packets. Okay.
Okay.
Hello packet,
Is the one that
update
you explained.
packet, query, reply, and acknowledgement.
Okay.
Query, reply, and acknowledgement. Now, what is the use of hello packet? Okay, so hello packet is always sent with multicast. We already came here in this, right? Hello is always sent on the multicast IP address, right? 2240010.
Yes. Discover the neighbor.
Yes. To discover the neighbor, now understand what is the use of hello packet. So hello packets are used to form neighbor relationship. Hello packets are
Okay.
always multicasted to 2240010, right?
Yeah.
Now update packet,
Yes.
right? Update packet is unicast or multicast. Now when unicast, when multicast, let's understand this one.
Okay.
Say this. Update packet are sent between neighbors to build the
Yes.
topology and routing table, right? Update packets are sent between neighbors to build the
Yes.
topology table. Hello packet is used to build neighbor table. Update,
But
yeah,
yes.
update packets are used to build topology table and routing tables. Update packets,
Okay.
yeah, update packets are sent between neighbors, like update packets sent to new neighbor, okay, as unicast, new neighbor, okay.
Okay.
But if I, yeah,
Unicast.
yes, as a unicast, new neighbor,
Okay.
okay, yes, always keep in mind. Now, if you are already my neighbor, okay, then maybe if I have 10 neighbors,
Okay.
okay, and I have some update. So do I need to update all my neighbor one by one, one by one? Are you understanding? See here, see, understand this one. This is very much, like sometimes it makes confusion little bit. We are talking about update packet, okay?
Yes.
See this. This is the router. Maybe this router 2 is new neighbor. So new neighbor will be always sent as a
Okay.
unicast IP address. Okay, because see, this is my
Okay.
already a neighbor, right? Understand this one. This is my already a neighbor.
Yes.
This is already a neighbor, and my router 2 is a new neighbor.
Okay.
Okay, so when I will send update packet, right?
Okay.
Okay, uh, talk about hello first. So hello is always multicast. Why? Because hello is a keep alive. Hello is always 5 seconds, and that
Okay.
is multicast. That is keep alive, right? So that is always
Yes.
multicasted. Okay, but when I'm talking about
Okay.
update packet, right? So update packet, this is already my neighbor, this is already my neighbor, this is a new neighbor. So instead of broad multicasting, I will only multicast to this one, not to everyone, right? Because this is already my neighbor. So, and you know that EIGRP has the function to send uh, periodic and partial update, right? So if I have already sent you
Yes.
update, so I cannot send you every time. EIGRP say like this. So if R2 is a new neighbor, then I'm sending to R2 IP. That's why it's sent as a unicast, not as a multicast. Okay. But when any
Okay.
update is there, new update. See, this is a new neighbor. So
Yeah,
new
you
neighbor
can
update
set it
is
to.
unicast. But all okay. Now my these all routers are my neighbor. Now
Yes.
R1 is saying these all routers are my neighbor now.
Yes.
Okay, so if you all are my neighbor and if some update came here, new update, so do you think that it will send to you
Okay.
one by one? No, it will send to multicast address, right?
No,
So
the same
everyone
time
will get the
to
update.
multicast.
Yes, that's
Yes.
why it is saying when the
Okay.
new neighbor update is sent as a unicast, but if there is some update and all the neighbors I have to send to all my neighbors. Then at that time I will send as a multicast. Okay. Old neighbor multicast is multicasting, new neighbor unicasting update. Okay. Query packet is multicast. Query is when any link is down.
Okay.
Okay. So when any link is down, so at that time router 1 or router A will ask to its neighbor that please this network link is down. Do anyone know about path, best path to reach that destination? So okay, so those type of query will be asked by a router
Okay.
to neighbors when any network will be down. Okay, so here you
Okay.
have to understand this one,
Okay.
that query packets are sent by a router when successor route is failed. Okay, and there is no feasible
Yes.
successor. Okay, so if successor route is
Okay.
failed and there is no feasible successor in the topology table, then the router will generate query packet. But if you have already second path, then do you need to run any query for best path? Because second path will become a best.
It will just take over.
Yes, yes. That's why it
Yes.
recalculate. That's why EIGRP is more stable network, because second path is already there. So in just a
Okay.
nanosecond, your routing table will be updated and all the path, all the data will be passing through the second path. Now, when
Cool.
router will generate query packet, so router places the route in active state and queries to its neighbor for an alternative route. Means if any network is
Okay.
down, maybe like 10 network is down, so I will put that network into active state, means this network is down. Passive means stable, active is not stable. Okay, unstable network. So I will put into
Yes.
active state and then I will start looking for a best path to reach that network, and that query will be sent to the neighbor. Okay, until you will receive, yeah, reply from your neighbor regarding that path. Till then your like the
Okay.
network will be in active state, and query is always sent as
Okay.
a multicast.
Multicast.
Yes, because I cannot ask to only one neighbor, I have to ask with the multiple neighbors, right? Reply is
Yes.
always unicast, because if I have path I will reply to you. Okay, so reply is always unicast. So reply is the response of alternative route. So you ask from me that okay, do you know some path? Yes, I know path, so I will reply. So router 2 will
Easy.
reply to router 1.
Okay.
Okay. Now acknowledgement packet is always unicast, means acknowledge is the response of or guaranteed of the receiving packet,
Of
right? Yes.
the
And
reply.
yes, and acknowledgement is always done through yeah, RTP protocol, reliable transport
RTP.
protocol.
Reliable protocol.
Now EIGRP default load balancing feature. By default, EIGRP support 4 equal path load balancing. 4 equal path means if there is some path, so router
Yes.
1, if router 1 wants to reach some network, see here, one same network, same network, same network, same network from different path, right? So router 1 is getting update, same update
Okay.
from all its 6 neighbors, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So path is equal or path is unequal? Path is equal, right?
Yes.
So router, if any PC will send data to him,
Okay.
so it will do load balancing. Okay, go, you go from here, you go from here, you go
Yes.
from here, you go. So route EIGRP routers will use only 4 path, but it has 6 path, right? So this 2 path will be constant,
Yes.
means it will not be used.
We remain standby.
Yes, it will be in a standby. If any path will go down, then this path will come up. But maybe your company will say that no, no, no,
Okay.
I want to use all path. Okay, maybe for example, maybe, or if you have, your company will tell you that okay, please, this is your headquarter and you have 6 branch. Okay, so at that time you say no, no, no,
Okay.
EIGRP supports only 4 branch, so please make 4 branch. So at that time what you have to do, you have to configure, yeah, you have to increase the maximum
First,
load balancing, that you, if you want to
the
make 6,
number.
make 6, or if you want to make 16, make 16 or 32. But you say, okay sir, in which condition it will support 13, 16 and which 32. So if you are using iOS uh, 15.0 and above, then it will support 32, and if you are using lower like 12.0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so at that time it will support only 16. Okay, so now we are talking about
Okay.
some kind of lab, EIGRP basic lab. So we'll work on this lab.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm there. Okay.
Okay, so let's come to the lab of this EIGRP basic lab.
Okay.
So here we have to take 3 router. Okay, so let me take this 3 router. And one switch, and just take 2 computers. Okay, 4 computers. So you know how to make the lab, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me pause the recording, otherwise your recording will be long. Okay, so our lab is ready. We just have to start this one, all the devices, and you can write here EIGRP lab 1. So here we can say that EIGRP 10 we are using on all the routers. Okay, now take a console of the
Okay.
devices. Okay, one more thing. Let me, suppose, if by mistake I kept like this one. So remember how to find that the link port is correct or not. So if you,
Just put
yeah, yeah, link from
yes, you
R1,
yeah, you just have to put the link.
yes. So link from R1 port Ethernet 0 by 1. Link from
Yes.
R1 port Ethernet, is it
That's true. Yeah.
fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to R2 port fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So fast Ethernet 0 by 1. Okay. So like this you can put and find it better. Okay. Okay. So now
Okay.
PC1, PC2, then R1.
Put it again. I want to see it. I want to see it. Put it.
Okay, check it.
Okay. R1 port first. Okay. I see. Okay.
Okay. So now uh, R2 and then R3. Okay, PC1. So PC1 IP belongs to 192.168.10.1/24, and the gateway, or normally we use every time this 10.10, right? Save it.
10. Yes.
See, something is always uniform in our lab. See, R1 is connected to R2, so it is 12.1.1.30. R2 is connected to R3, that's why it is 23. R1 is
Yes.
connected to R3, that's why it is 30.
Yes.
This network is connected,
23.
yeah,
Yes.
network we are using for R1, that's why 10.
Yes.
Okay, like that. Okay.
Yes. False switch on. Yes.
Okay, now come to R1. R1 has three interfaces. So before that, we can write here so version. Okay, so we are using 12.4. That's why I took the lowest version. Okay, I'm not using 15.0. I'm using 12.4 to
Okay.
show you some EIGRP theoretical part what we have discussed. Okay, that is
Okay.
supporting summarization. Okay, conf t interface
Okay.
f0/1 IP address is 12.1.1.1, and the subnet mask. Okay, tell me please subnet mask.
The 10.
Subnet mask
Uh,
252.
yes. 0. Ah, okay. 30.
You forget interface
No, I did not forget it.
f1/0 IP address 13.1.1.1, and the subnet mask is /30, so it is 252.
Yes.
No shut, and then we have to come to
Yes.
f0/0, right?
Okay.
Interface f0/0
Yes.
IP address is 192.168.10.10
Yes.
255.255.0, and then no shut. And normally we have to save the IP configuration.
Okay.
Once you save the IP configuration, you have to run this command.
Good.
So IP interface brief exclude
IP.
unassigned.
Yes. Brief.
Okay, R1
Exclude
is
understand.
completed. Now we are moving to R2. R2 has two interface. Conf T interface fast Ethernet 0 by
Yes.
0. IP address is 12.2. Why? Because one I have already used, right?
Okay. Yes. 252.
Interface F0/1. IP address is
Yes. IP
23.1.
address. Dot
Configuration is
2.
completed.
Yes. No shut.
R3. IP address 13.2.
Okay.
One more interface is there. Interface F0/0. IP address is 192.168.20.10.
Yes. 0. No shut.
Okay, now let's come here. IP 192.168.20.1, and the gateway is 20.10. IP
Okay.
192.168.20.2/24, and the gateway is 20.1 10. Sorry,
Dot
save.
10.
Yes.
Dot 10.
So IP configuration is completed. If you want to verify, as per our process, that whenever you configure IP addresses on the devices, you save and you verify that status and
Yes.
protocol must be up. Okay,
Okay.
so routers protocol status is up.
Yes.
Now we have to configure EIGRP. So before configuring EIGRP, you check here show IP
Okay.
protocol. no protocol. And if PC1 wants to communicate to 192.168.20.2 computer or one computer, no communication, destination host unreachable. Yes, and if there is no routing, so IP route, if you're writing like this, so you will get only connected networks. Okay, C
Connected.
means, yeah, C means
Yes.
connected networks. Okay,
Connected.
yes. So your connected networks is 192.168.10.0 and 12. Okay, so if I'm coming here conf t, see here router EIGRP 10. Okay, once I have enabled here,
Okay.
okay,
Yes.
and then here I'm typing network,
Network.
network 192.168.10.0, and then network 12.1.1.0, and then network 13.1.1.0. And if I'm not
Okay.
writing no auto summary, for example, I'm just wanted to show you something. So IP
Yes.
protocol. So here you will write something automatic summarization. Okay, is in effect means this is 12.4, right? Okay, so automatic summarization is
Mm.
supported by the routers from
Yes.
after 12 point. Uh, like if you want to find that summarization is not in effect, okay, see here. Can you see here? Auto summarization is in
Yes.
effect. Means by default auto summarization is in,
In effect, yes.
yeah, is in effect. Means if you
It's
will,
there.
yeah, you see I advertise 12.1.1
Yeah.
something. Can you see here? So automatically
Yes.
it is summarized.
Yes.
Can you see? Okay. So we have to
Yes.
we have to
Yes, I can
disable
see.
this one, right? By
Yes,
default,
no.
yes. So what I told you that from 12 point, like if you want to see that by default auto summarization is disabled, after 15.0 auto summarization is disabled, but before 15.0 iOS you will see that auto summarization is
Okay.
in effect. So that's why we write here no auto in the before 15.0, like
Okay.
in 12.0 or maybe like 12.1.
So it means that the devices that we were working with it when you you were in Douala, they were just above this one, less lower than
Yes,
the
yes,
15 one.
yes, yes. See,
Okay.
when I left Douala, after that
This one.
I started using 15.0.
Okay, I can see.
Yeah, earlier we were using 12
So it
point,
means that
yeah, 12.1 and 12.4.
okay. So it means that now there's no need to write
Yes.
no auto when
Yeah, I'll
you
show
want
you.
to
I'll show you.
use
That's
the
why I'm,
15 one.
yes. So here I have to come here again. Uh, router EIGRP
Okay.
10,
AGL,
and then no
no auto.
auto, or no auto summary is the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, and then you check here. So
Okay.
IP protocol. Then you see here. See here. Can you see? Not
Not
in
in
effect.
effect.
But see here it is like that.
Yes.
But when it will advertise as a class
Yes.
less, not
As a,
class full.
okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's come here to R2 conf t router EIG RP10 network 12, not 12. Let's write 23 R2 23.1.1.0, and then network is 12.1.1.0, and then no auto. Okay, so you can see here you got the neighborship. Okay,
Yes.
fine. Now come here to R3 conf t router EIGRP 10 no.
Okay.
Even if you want to write no auto before also, no
Before
problem. Yeah,
advertising.
and then you type your network 192.168.20.0, then network 13.1.1.0, then network 23.1.1.0, and then exit. You can see here
So
the neighborship is up. And
yes,
now
and
if
IGRP does no need. or for wildcard mask. Right?
No, I'll explain you one by one.
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm on router 1, okay, adjacency
Okay.
is there. So there are few show
Okay. Nice.
commands you can write here. So IP route, first thing,
Okay.
okay. D means CIGRP, okay.
Yes.
So neighborship is up. This is a metric. We'll calculate the metric as well. I'll show you the metric calculation.
Okay.
And then, okay, this is, so you are getting this 20 network, right? Okay,
Yes.
via R3 directly, not from
Yes.
R2, okay? Because this,
Okay.
from this way path is best. Mm, okay, and if you're checking, if you want to check only EIGRP routes, so you type like this, so you will get only EIGRP routes. Okay, if you're
Yes.
typing here, so IP EIGRP neighbors, you will get the neighbor detail. Yes, you have two neighbor. One is R3 and second one is R2. And we'll come
Yes.
to know all this. What is this? What is hold down, update time, start trip timer, RTO, round trip timer, queue count, sequence number, and all. Okay.
Okay.
So do we have something for that? Okay, EIGRP neighbor. Okay, topology. Let me show you topology. So IP EIGRP topology. Okay. So topology you are getting P. P means passive, means the
Okay.
link is
Passive.
constant. Okay, see here. Now here P means, remember in topology what I told you, you will get all path towards destination. So
Yes.
see here you are getting all path. Okay, so which one is the lowest one? Okay, 13 is the lowest one. No, here,
Yes.
come again. So no, here,
Yes. The top one.
28,400. Yeah, 13 is the lowest
Yes.
one.
The top one.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you will check here, for if you want to reach 23 network something, okay,
Yes.
23. Okay, so 23 is 13 is the lowest
Yes.
one. That's why it is here.
Yes.
Yes. But now you will say that, see, one thing. Now, if you are on R1, okay, this is little
Okay.
bit technical. Understand it. If you are on
Okay.
R1, okay, for you 23 network. See, 23 network you are getting from R2 and you can also get from R3 as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. This 20 network you can get from R3 and you can get from R2 as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in the topology table, you are getting load balancing, or you not load balancing, you are getting information regarding 23 networks from two different router, R3 and R2, right?
Yes.
But for 20 network you are only getting from R3, not from R1.
Yes.
Why? Because this calculation, remember feasibility condition, see this
Okay.
is the best path, right?
Yes.
Okay, but to become this path as a second path, router 2
Uh-huh.
is not following the feasibility condition. Means,
Yes. Less than the
yes, so router 1 is
visible
sending
distance.
20, no problem, sending 20 to R1, but R2 is
Yes.
not sending this 20 network towards R1 as a
Yes.
low, what you
It's
can
a,
say, lowest feasible distance, okay,
yes.
or
The second one.
reported. So maybe for example, if I'm on R1, okay, so R1 to R3, okay, feasibility distance is successor, you can say, or feasible distance, okay. Okay, feasible distance is for example 1000. Okay,
Yes.
so R1 is looking for someone who, for second path, this is the best path. Okay, second path
Yes.
can be like R1 plus, you can say. So second path can be R1 plus R2, R1 plus R2. Okay. But for R1 plus R2, if you want to make as a second path,
Yes.
so the feasible distance is 1000. So R2
Yes.
reported distance must be lower than this one, but R2 is reporting maybe
Yes.
2000. That's why
Yes.
it is not in the topology table. But you will say, no,
Okay.
no, but I should know about these all information. That okay,
Yes.
I have, but in the real condition, yes, you have one path, right? You have
Yes.
one path from R1 to R3, and second path is R1, R2, R3. But here,
Yes.
to reach 20 network, you have only R1, R3.
Yes.
But where is R1, R2, R3 is not there, so you have to type this all links. Now you can see here. See, now you are getting.
Okay.
Okay. So if you type this command, topology means here you can get feasible distance uh, plus feasible distance, successor plus feasible successor information,
Yes.
and here you will get
Okay.
in the all links, all links information, whether the link is fulfilling the condition or just a constant link. Okay.
Or not.
Yes, but in this
Okay.
condition, if this link will go down, if this 13 link will go down, then this router will run query packet.
Yeah.
Why? Because there is no feasible successor.
Okay.
Okay, so IP protocol will help you to find which routing protocol is running. So IP route is for routing table. So IP EIGRP interface. So here you will come to know, maybe see, you are a new engineer and some other engineer has configured this EIGRP routing. Okay, so maybe on a single router you
Okay.
have 2 3 protocol running. So if you'll run here, so IP
Okay.
EIGRP interface, so you will come to know that okay, maybe I have 8 interface on this router. So 3 interface is participating, and which 3 interface is participating under EIGRP
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yes, and if you'll type here, so interface uh, F0 by 1 or anyone F0 by 1. So see here, one thing I'll tell you. See here, you can get here. See how many packet you have received, how many broadcast
Okay.
you have done. Okay, how many input packet, how many bytes you have sent, received. Do you have any error? Do you have any collision? Okay,
Mm.
unknown packet. So maybe in interview they will, okay, what is bubbles? Okay, do you have
Okay.
any? So each and everything, if you want to find out that okay, do I have any
Yes.
error on the interface? So you have to type this command, show interface interface name, to find the error information and to find the details of the interface.
Interface.
Okay, yes, hardware detail of the interface. Okay,
Okay.
see hardware detail. See, interface is up or down. If it is down, what is the
Yes.
problem, and each and every. Now, this router is running from how long? Whether it is 1 month, 2 months, like that. So how I will know? So version.
Okay. Maintenance.
Yes. Okay. So what is the next command? Interface we have checked. Neighbor we have checked. Topology we have checked. This EIGRP used to filter.
Ordinate.
If you'll
Yes.
write here, so IP route means you will get
Yes.
your connected plus EIGRP. But if you want to know only EIGRP, you
Yes.
run this one. So interface and interface name to get the detail of the interface. Okay.
Okay.
Now EIGRP neighbor table. So see, when we are running here, if we are coming here and we are typing here, so IP EIGRP neighbor. So if you are running here, you are getting multiple details: H, address, interface, hold, uptime.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
smooth round trip timer in milliseconds, round trip timer, queue count, and sequence number. Okay, so understand one by one.
Okay.
EIGRP neighbor table contained the list of connected neighbor details of, yes, we have seen this one. which belongs to
Yes.
same autonomous system number. Yes. Neighbor router information
Information.
is shared via hello packet using 224.0.0.10 in the multicast address. Yes, because hello packet is used to form a neighbor relationship. So whatever
Yes.
information router is using here, so those all neighbor information came via neighbor with the in hello packet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now when we are getting here h means handle. Here we are getting
Okay.
h. Okay, h means handle. Okay, so who became my neighbor first? So 0 means he became first, in digital calculation, 0 1 2 then. Okay,
Yes.
that's why you will see console 0, that's why you will see fast ethernet 0 by 1, 0 fast ethernet
Okay.
0 0 0 by 1. You will in digital numbers, you will never find something starting from 1, it always start from 0. So 0 means it
Okay.
I became neighbor of R2 first, then R3 came to become my neighbor. Okay,
Okay.
and this is my neighbor address. Okay, now, so handle means this field indicate the neighborship building order. First router
Okay.
will use 0, second router will use 1, and then it will go like this, okay.
Okay.
Address, in the address field you will have the neighboring router IP address listed, means your neighbor router IP address.
Okay.
That's why it is easy to know that okay, you are my neighbor. Okay, interface. In this field, there will be the list of local interface detail which is connected to neighbor router. See here. In interface, this is the neighbor IP. Okay. But this interface, this is your local interface. This is not your neighbor interface. Means F0
Yes.
by 0. Sorry,
It's
F1 by
connected to
0 is connected to 13. See, F1 by 0.
13. Yes.
F1 by 0 is connected to my 13 neighbor, and
Yes.
F0 by 1 is connected to my
12.
R2 neighbor. Fine.
Okay.
Okay, this is completed. Okay, now hold time. You remember EIGRP has two type of timer, hello and hold, right? Hello is 5 and
Yes.
hold is 3 time,
Yes.
3
Three
time hello,
types. Five.
15. Yes. So is that,
Yes. It's
yeah, is a timer which indicates that if hello packet have not been received from the
a
neighbor, how long it will keep the neighbor detail in the
it's a
table. By
table.
default is 15. So here is this one. Here is saying that if you come here, see, I have received message from my neighbor is 11 second, 14 second, but it will, you will never see here, you will never see more than 15. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, you will always see less than 15. More than 15 means your neighbor is down.
Okay.
Up timer. This field shows how long neighbor is live and connected
Like,
with you. So, like my neighbor is formed with R3 from last 1 hour, 2 hour, like see. So it will show 13 minutes, 14 minutes. From last 14 minutes, you are connected with neighbor. Okay. Okay. Then smooth round trip timer. See, this smooth round trip timer uh, time is a time which hello packets take to reach neighbor and come with acknowledgement. Round trip means here it is going, means this neighbor is going to, means R1 is reaching to R3 with the update or hello, and the acknowledgement is coming from here. So how much time that process is taking, so that process comes under a smooth round trip milliseconds. Okay, so you'll see here 18 milliseconds. Okay, like that. Now if you'll come here, RTO, retransmission timeout. This is a retransmission timeout in which the router waits to resend a packet again to neighbor. So maybe if any packet has some kind of, like problem or something. Okay. So in that condition, router is sending, packet. Okay. So how much time that router will wait to retransmit it. So that is 200 milliseconds. Okay, after 200 milliseconds it will retransmit it. And then we have queue count. Do you have any packet in the queue? So you will find packet number 1, packet number 2 in a queue. Okay, then here sequence number. Okay, so in this sequence number you will know the number of sequence number of the EIGRP packets. Okay, now EIGRP topology table, I told you whenever you will run EIG, so IP EIGRP topology, so P means P indicates that the route is not looking for uh, any like any alternate path. Okay, so this indicates that the router is not looking for this route and this route is constant. Okay, it means it is active working condition. And when you will see A here in this condition, if you will type here so IPEIGRP topology, so here you are getting P means all link is okay, A means active. See, active means what? Active means actively looking for alternate route, and this route is not consistent, it is down. Okay, and here one more thing, what is the meaning of FD? So if you come in here, do we have FD here? See, FD, we are getting something FD. FD means feasible distance. Okay, FD is the field indicates all possible feasible distance to reach to the destination network. Okay, so normally if you are running here one command, so EIGRP topology, so you will get information like this, right? P like this. Okay, and network like this. So if you are getting two information, see here, if you are coming here, you are getting two information, right, towards this. So what is the meaning of first one and what is the meaning of second one? So the first one is known as feasible distance, means total path, and the second one is reported distance, means your neighbor has given you this path, sorry, this distance. Okay, and routing table, you already know routing table. Here in this routing table you will have the list of best routes to the destination. Okay, so we have two commands to check, so IP route or so I route EIGRP. So EIGRP will only give you EIGRP routes, and so IP route will give you all the routes which is connected, and EIGRP and other routing protocols is also running, so you will get it. D means EIGRP, right? So here you can get D. This network I am receiving, administrative distance is 90. This is the best metric or feasible successor, you can say, via this neighbor. Uptime, this is the uptime from last my neighbor is up from last this. Okay, and this is the Ethernet. Let's come here and type here, so IP route EIGRP like this. See here, so here you will get the neighbor detail, like last 18 minutes something that neighbor is connected with me. Okay, now this explain the EIGRP configuration problem. So see here, let me show you something. If I'm coming here, okay, so I so running config. Okay, so these things tomorrow we will come to know about from here. Okay, what is the problem in the EIGRP old configuration, then what is new configuration, what is wildcard mask. Okay,